Hello and a good morning, good afternoon and a very good evening to you, the good and wonderful people of the tube. Hope today, hope you're feeling grand and all's well in your world. Hello there everybody. People of the tube, let me take you back in time to 2002. I don't know what month. As hazard a guess, end of the year. Somewhere around there. I can't hazard a guess on what month, but somewhere towards the end of the year. Anyway, end of the year 2002. At someone's house, just there, and this guy goes, "Oh, shall we watch this DVD I've got of Muse playing live?" I'd only just got into Muse at the time, and it's like, yeah, let's put it on, So we watched the Hullabaloo full set, and this is an amazing. If you haven't seen this gig, by the way, people of YouTube, seriously recommend this, and it's just amazing. And then the guy goes, "Oh, there's another disc. Should we watch it?" This disc here. Now, on that disc is a 40-minute behind-the-scenes documentary of Muse on tour in 2001. And little 16-year-old Dave sat there going, "I want to do that. I want to go on tour. I want to do that. I want to do the touring thing." Knowing that kind of deep down fully, it might never happen, but I'm going to try anyway. I was like, that's a goal now. That's a goal. I want to do a tour. And sat here now, people of the tube, 23 years later. 23. Let me just reiterate that one. I can turn around and say, I've done it. The Red Giant tour Troy Redfern Red Giant tour ended yesterday on the 27th of May. Today's the 28th of May. And we did 18 gigs in 27 days. And it was everything I always dreamt it would be. It was amazing. I would relive it in a heartbeat. I loved every second of it. And I've got mad emotions going on at this point in time. I'm trying to decompress from it. And I thought, what better way to maybe come down from it and just do a video about it. Just talk to you lot, because it always helps me. So here we are. But I've done it, people of the tube. I can now say I'm a touring musician because I've done a big tour as well. I've done more gigs this month than I have since 2017. And I did it all in 1 month. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And like I say, it didn't disappoint. There was never any one moment where I was like, I don't want to do this. This isn't for me. It literally felt like this is what I'm meant to be doing. Like every second I was like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This feels so right and so good. That this is me. This is me. And I feel a loss today because I've got another gig on Friday. It's not part of the tour, but I feel a bit of a loss really because I know I'm not going to see John Joe today. I'm not going to see Johnny or Kira or Troy or Nikki, or go to a venue I've never been before, or play on stage to a crowd I've never played before and this and the other. And I'm not going to use my touring setup and stuff like that. And it's weird. I woke up this morning and had a bit of a lazy lie-in because I didn't get home last night till about 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning. And I got up in a quiet house, nobody about, on my own. And it was such a polar opposite to kind of like waking up and going, right, I've got this to do today. I've got to work for this. I've got to get that done. I've got to get this done. I've got to get that done. To go from like that to kind of like going, right, well, I've got things to do, but it's not that, it's a bit of a kick in the teeth, and so there's a wide array of emotions going on at this point in time. Like, there's sad, there's no anger or anything like that, but there's a lot of sadness, there's a lot of happiness, there's a lot of kind of like, elation and like, a high, and there's depression. I feel very depressed today. There's all sorts of things. There's a massive sense of achievement. That's one of the biggest things I've got. Massive sense of achievement. Like, I've done it. Like, we came off stage last night. Our last gig last night. Sorry, was at the 100 Club, the legendary 100 Club in London, where everyone's played. Yeah, there's pictures of Peter Green on the wall. There's pictures of Metallica on the wall. Oasis, you know, you name it. They've played down there on that stage. It was crazy because I saw some footage recently of the Sex Pistols did a gig down there, like the new set, not without Johnny Rotten, and Noel Gallagher was down there, and you could see him stood on the side of the stage. And last night I went and stood in the exact spot Noel was stood, and I was like, he was here, right here, the other week, and it was mind blowing. Anyway, we did our gig last night, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. And I'm going to talk a bit more about it in a sec. But absolutely, and I came off stage, and we did the merch thing, met some of you lot out there, which was, again, I'll talk about it in a sec. And I just went into the backstage bit, and I sat down and just had to kind of like, you know, bring myself back down again from a high. And I messaged my friend Jess, and I was just like, I did it, done it. And it was such a massive feeling of achievement for me. Like, again, you know, when I was at school, it was this thing of like, you know, being told constantly that you're never going to achieve anything, Dave, because you're useless. You're weak, you're pathetic, you're too, you know, you're this, that, and the other. But here we are. And that's even longer. That's like, you know, that's nearly, I don't know how many years that is since I was laid into by teachers at school. The fact that I'm, you know, too quiet and reserved, and you're never going to achieve anything because you haven't got this, and you can't do this, and you can't do that and the other, and you're never going to get anywhere. Yet here I am. And like I say, 23 years ago, which is a lifetime for some people, sat watching that behind the scenes footage. If we could have gone into that room and said, like, to 16-year-old Dave, one day you'll do that, but it'll take time, and you'll go through some horrible, horrible things to get there. You'll play crap venue after crap venue after crap venue after crap venue for years and years and years. But eventually, one day, you'll do a tour of the UK, and it'll be amazing. And it'll be everything you ever wished it would be. It'll be everything you ever dreamed it would be. With no ifs or buts or maybes. It was just brilliant. One of the most awesome things about this tour is meeting some of you lot who came to the gigs. To be able to put faces to names of people I've seen comment on my videos for years and years and years and years and years, and to shake your hands. Words fail. Words fail at that point. Words do not describe how that feels. It's just amazing. And without your support, I wouldn't be here. So I'm really, really grateful. And will be forever, eternally grateful for it. I just love it. I really do love it. I love saying hello. And again, I love putting faces to names and seeing people more than once at multiple gigs. It's amazing. It really is amazing. And it's not, none of this is lost on me either. It's not like I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's not that. It's so all-encompassing. I don't think that's the right words, but, you know, there's just something about it. And again, just like, to do a tour, playing our own music that we invested in, and to, like, you know, and it was a success. You know, we actually made money. We didn't lose money. How? But we did. It wasn't a lot, but we still made back what we put in. And that to me is mind-blowing. And I'm just like, we did it right. Our first ever tour, and we did it right. And I did it, you know. Yeah. Say for all the times that I thought it'll never happen, it can't happen, it's not possible, it's never going to be a thing, it's just a pipe dream. Nothing can ever take it away from me now that it happened and I did it, and we did it as a band, and it was great, and you came out to see us, and we made new fans along the way, and we sold near enough all the merch. Like, it's got, like, you know, we last night I had to get my sister, to bring more CDs and records because we sold out. We had to do one gig with no merch. We didn't have anything because it just all gone. I thought, oh, we'll just take one box of each because we won't be that popular. How wrong I was, you know, and how much that helps, and again, and how amazing music and live music is, how it gets to people and how it affects people and how it affects us when we play it, and all the emotions that I've gone through on the tour of going, oh God, I don't think I'm good enough to do this. Oh God, that was really good. Oh my God, this was amazing, or whatever. Like, the absolute roller coaster of it has been fantastic. I've loved every second. And again, it really does kind of kick that thing. And I know it's a cliche, but it really does kind of like go that thing of like, you know, if you work hard enough, things eventually come to you. Because I always thought when I was like in my 20s or even my early 30s, I was like, oh, why can't I just want to say I've done one tour. Is that too much to ask? You know, and I get really bent out of shape over this. I was like, I just want to do it. Like, you know, and I'm ready. No, I wasn't. I can see that now. I was not ready. I thought I was, but I wasn't. And this is the thing, is like, things come to you when you are ready and not until then. And I'm so grateful for that. And to just sit back and go, yep, spot on timing. Music knew, and it was there. It was like, now you're ready. Now you're ready. You weren't before, but now you are, and now you can do it. And it wasn't wrong. All these years of working tirelessly on songwriting and guitar playing and music in general, and just putting everything I've got into it, literally everything I've got into it, and it's cost me a lot, but it's been worth it. Every second of it has been worth it, and there's not 1 minute where I'm like, I'm doing the wrong thing here. It's like everything about what's happened in the last month has gone, this is what I'm supposed to be, this is what I'm here for, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I love it. And, you know, it really does kind of put two fingers up to those scummy people who have done horrible things to me over my time on the earth, who have either kind of made me feel like I'm worthless or I'll never achieve anything. And it's like, no, I've done this. And I've achieved nearly all of my dreams, my hopes and dreams. I've nearly achieved pretty much all of them. In all honesty, people, YouTube, there's only one thing I really have left to achieve that I would absolutely love and adore to do. And like I say, I was about to say, but it'll probably never happen. But then again, if you'd have said this time last year that I'll be sat here now, just finished a UK tour of 18 dates in 27 days, I'd have been like, no, you're a liar. It's never going to happen. So my other dream, I can't say it won't ever happen because I don't know that. No one does. Now, and that's the beautiful thing about life, I think, is we don't know what's around the corner. We don't know what's coming. We don't know who we're going to meet. We don't know where we're going to be. We don't know who we're going to fall in love with. We don't know anything. And that's the best thing ever. To not know. Because if you knew what was coming, it wouldn't be exciting and it wouldn't be fun and it wouldn't be great. Whereas not knowing is what makes it great. I didn't know what was going to happen on this tour. I didn't know anything because I've never done it before. I've done ridiculous amounts of gigs, but never in a tour context. So to do it like this and to play in like proper venues, not just pubs on the floor, proper venues with, you know, lighting, stage, everything. It was everything I'd ever dreamed it would be and more. And I love it. And I would do it again today and tomorrow and the next day. And I did it. I did it. We did it. The band did it. And this time last year, the band and my world was falling apart faster than I could put it back together. It was literally a sandcastle with the tide washing over it. Where I thought there's going to be nothing left. Well, once this is up, there's going to be nothing left. Yet here I am a year later going, I've just finished my first ever UK tour. Something I never thought would happen, and it was a success. And now we're on to different things with Red Giant. Now we're on to doing an EP, which we're going to release at some point this year. A new album next year. More gigs. You know. It's actually amazing. I'm getting all emotional, but how could I not? It means the world to me. It literally means the world to me. And you know, like you lot, you know, you all mean the world to me as well. And people who come out to the gigs, it's just like, I can never express how grateful I am of that one. I really can't. I really can't. Anyway, I'm going to shut up talking now. I'm going to let you get off with you. But thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, if you ever feel like going, it's never going to happen. Why am I bothering? Just give it the thought that maybe it's just not quite time yet. Give it time. Because I hate to use myself as proof of anything. Because regardless of what I've achieved, I still think I'm a piece of shit. But that's me. I still think I'm worthless and everything I do is garbage. But that's me. And I can't help that. That's just part of me, sadly. I wish it wasn't, but it just is. But I'm still really... I can't even bring myself to say it. I might say it in a minute. Anyway. But use it as an example of like, you know, if I can do it, you can do it. It might take 23 years, but you'll get there eventually. And that's all that matters. It's about the journey to it. You can't expect things just to come to you easy and quick. You have to work for it. The universe needs to know you care. It needs to know you're worthy of it. Same as music. You know, when you play guitar, bass, drums, violin, cello, whatever, music needs to know you're worth it before it'll invest in you. It's like anything. You know, you're not going to put your money on the no-legged horse and the Grand National. It's not going to happen. But so you've got to prove it. And you've got to prove it through hardship. You've got to prove it through hard work. And you've got to graft for it. And you've just got to keep going. And when you feel like you've had enough, you keep going a bit more. And when you feel like you can't go any further, you take another step. It's as simple as that. And the more you do, and the further you get along this line that feels like it's going nowhere, things will eventually start working for you. Because it'll be like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? You're worth it. Have these, have this. It can't happen all the time because that's just life. You can't have good things all the time. That's just the way it is. But you can have moments. And that's enough. You know, till the day I die now, I'll never forget anything that I've just experienced and what I've gone through literally in the last 27 days. It's been insane. And it, like I say, it was everything I always wanted it to be. I love it. And I'm so grateful. You know, I'm so grateful. And, yeah. Roll on the next one, eh? Let's hope. But yeah. But just keep going. When you feel like giving up, just pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and just keep walking. Even if you don't feel like it, keep walking. That's what I did. It's what millions of people have done. And it does work out eventually. It'll come to you when you're ready. Not when you want it. When you're ready. And not until. But if you don't keep going, you'll never get to that ready point. So keep going. Keep walking. And if I can do it, if I can achieve my dreams like I have, a lot of them thanks to you lot out there, then you can do it as well, you know. So keep walking and walk with me. You can't walk my path, I can't walk yours, but we can walk together and we can keep going in the right direction and we can keep helping each other along. When one person falls over, we pick them up and we carry them. And we get them to their feet so they can keep going. Let's just keep going. And F off anybody else who says, oh, you'll never achieve that. Because I got that so many times. You'll never achieve it. It'll never happen. You'll never tour. I mean, most of that's in my own head as well as people. In my head, I was like, it's never going to happen. Can't achieve that. It's impossible. It's not for me. It's not my world. It's never going to happen. But it did. So, there. You know, to all those people like, I'm not going to do that. That's not going to happen. Idiot. There we go. And like I say, if I can do it, you can do it. So keep moving. Keep your head up. Keep walking. Strive to the top knowing you'll never get there. And that's the best thing ever. Anyway, people, I'm going to get off now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this has made some kind of sense. I just had to do a video on it. And like I say, wow. And I'm finding it very hard to say I'm proud of myself. But I kind of am. You know. Yeah. I am. That's really hard to admit. You shouldn't be hard to admit, should it? But it is. Anyway. I'm going to get off. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again. Goodbye now, cheers. Oh, if you came out to a gig, thank you so much indeed. I really, really appreciate it beyond what you could imagine. And supporting this channel, people who watch these videos and support this channel, I can't even begin. So thank you. And I'll see you again. Have a good day. And keep walking. Keep going.